Good morning and welcome back, accountability crew. This is the Accountability Project where we condense the pain of personal growth so that we can achieve our results quicker. Today, in the science of success, Napoleon Hill talks about our voice. He talks about not necessarily our language, but our tone, our timbre, our pace, our beat, the enthusiasm, the sound of our voice, and how much of an effect our voice can have in conversation, in our dealings, in our relationships with people, because they can pick up on a lot just based on the tonality, based on your pace, your energy, your enthusiasm, your conviction, just in your voice tells so much about you and what it is that you're talking about. They use an example of a gentleman who was asked to speak before the Mormon Tabernacle for 45 minutes, and he ended up speaking for nearly an hour and a half, and it was because everyone was enthralled with his voice, and they applauded and wanted more afterwards, because he was so very good at leveraging his voice to get a point across, and that is so powerful because you may want to have, as he recommended, take some time to record yourself and listen to your voice, because how we sound to ourselves is very different from how we sound to others. And it kind of reminds me of a funny TikTok video I saw the other day of this girl, and she says, "How I sound to myself," and there's a little clip of her singing, and it sounds like amazing, like Celine Dion level, high quality, clearly tuned and perfect. And then the caption changes to what everyone else hears, and it just sounds like a dying giraffe, and she's just but part of that is because we hear ourselves differently, because of the proximity of our speaking organs to our listening organs. But if we were to record our voice and then play it back, oftentimes it sounds very different. And I've heard of some people mistaking their own voice for someone else when they hear it recorded, because it sounds so drastically different from how they normally sound to themselves. So taking some time to get with someone and ask them, maybe get with a voice coach to help learn how to articulate or fluctuate your tone, your timbre, the reverberation that you have, the excitement or energy level in your voice, and start to leverage that in a positive direction. Now, next up, how to have power and confidence in dealing with people. Today is how to use your miracle power in human relations. And I love that they call it miracle power, because this section is all about praise. And being a words of affirmation guy, if anyone's read the 5 Love Languages, maybe we'll do that book in the near future. But I'm a words of affirmation guy, so this speaks very clearly to me. Is when you are given praise, it is magic. It releases miracle energy. It brightens someone up when you find someone that you can genuinely praise and give thanks or gratitude or just compliment in a genuine fashion something they do, something they've done, something they have. It really, it can completely change someone's spirits around. Now, I like that he took the time to break down a good compliment versus a fake compliment, or a compliment that may not be received well. And a lot of that has to do with complimenting actions and things that they have or have done, instead of complimenting who they are, because if you compliment who they are too frequently, it can build conceit. It can be received as ungenuine, and it's not necessarily as productive as complimenting something that they have done, or something they have, or something that they do. So for instance, instead of saying, "You're a smart guy," what you're doing is you're complimenting them on something that is immutable, right? And so they're like, "Okay, I'm a smart guy, doesn't really have much effect. If you say something like, I want to compliment you on how beautifully you handled this situation. Only someone with a very high intellect would have thought to do it that way. You handled that masterfully. That compliment is going to be received much differently than saying, you're smart, you're tall, you're good looking, you're bad looking. Like saying, taking the time to say, that dress looks amazing on you. Where did you get that dress? That also allows us to compliment necessarily someone of the opposite gender without it being weird. Because if I say, that's a beautiful dress, you wear it well, where did you get that dress? My wife would like that dress. Now it doesn't come across like I'm complimenting you to get your number or because I'm hitting on you. It's a genuine compliment that, hey, you have great taste in picking that dress. And that allows us to compliment the item instead of saying, hey, you have, beautiful skin. Well, that's just weird, especially coming from a married guy to a woman, whether she's married or not. That's a little weird. So taking the time to learn how to properly compliment people. And then he kind of wraps up the chapter talking about what I love and I love being a part of is the Compliment Club. And the Compliment Club isn't a formal organization where there's bylaws and leadership and membership and we vote people into different positions. No, the Compliment Club is simply this. When people intentionally go out and find 3 people a day to genuinely compliment, you become a member of the Compliment Club. Our whole goal is to go out, uplift, encourage, and find people to praise and either give thanks or compliment for whatever we can find that is worth complimenting, so that it's genuine, and just planting those seeds of positivity around us everywhere we go. Has a massive effect in the culture, in the community, in how you're received as a person. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had that have gotten very deep, and some of them have led to business partnerships and other scenarios, just because I took the time to compliment someone genuinely. And I wasn't trying to get anything from them. I was complimenting them because I was complimenting them. And I know for some people that's a hard concept to swallow. Is like, what are you getting out of them? Nothing. I'm trying to encourage them because I want to be someone who encourages everyone that I come in contact with. So I share that because I hope that everyone on the Accountability Project, everyone on the Accountability Crew, can become a member of the Compliment Club. So that's my challenge to you. Maybe even if you only have a week-long membership, a week-long trial membership, give it a shot. See what happens. Try it in your home. Try it at your work. Try it at the gym. And just go out and make a positive interaction happen. Share in the comments how it goes. Who knows? Maybe you'll make a new friend. Especially during COVID, not a whole lot of people talking. So let's get some compliments flowing. Let's re-engage that social interaction. With that, this has been the Accountability Project, Condense the Pain of Personal Growth, and we will talk to you soon. Bloop.